Hello, CD Bestie. This is MXMTOON. Check out my interview with Creativedisc.com, the number one music website in Indonesia.
Hello, CD Bestie. This is the Yuwono, and welcome back to another Creativedisc Exclusive Interview. And today, I'm so excited to finally catch up again with this musician. It's been like 4 years since the first time we had a conversation, and now it's already to start a new era with her latest album, Liminal Space. This is Maia, aka MXMTOON. Hello, Maia. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. I'm so happy to be back. 4 years. It's okay. We're
Four
we're gonna
years.
catch up. Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on. That's the thing that I need to know first from you. How are you doing? How's everything?
It's good. Lots of exciting stuff. Obviously, like so excited to
Mm,
have the album out. We'll talk about
mm,
that, and I'm so excited
mm.
to, be catching up with some familiar faces. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited as well. So how are you doing recently? Still cooking your meal? How's the cooking skill going?
It's definitely on hold right now. It's on pause. I have not been home for a minute, so I will get back onto it. But lots of exciting stuff still, and I'm excited to go home and get better at cooking too once this is done.
This is the most important questions I will ask you. What is the status of banana bread? Is still your favorite dessert? Because I am.
Ooh, I think so. Yeah. No, I can't think of anything that beats it. Yeah.
Have you ever like cook it and master it?
Ooh, I haven't tried it. No, I'm too scared. I need to take a step at a time. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I still keep my promises too. Like once you're in Indonesia, I will bring you my own banana bread that I made.
Oh
I
my
still
gosh,
kept my
I
promise.
okay, that's a real motivator for me to finally get to Indonesia. Yeah.
Come on, we need to meet. Like we need to meet like not like this, but in person, right?
Exactly.
So Maya, back in 2021, one of my friends in Creative Days, Lutfi, have an interview with you about your Life is Strange soundtrack, your EP True Colors, and I believe so much happening after that. Tell us more about it. Tell us more about your journey after that.
Well, it's been a long time since I've gotten to talk with you, so there's so much that's happened. I did that
Mm,
Life is Strange True Colors. I worked on an EP for them. I released Rising, which was my second album, and then I have been doing so much since then. I obviously have been working on my third album, Liminal Space, which has been my
mhm,
focus for the last like almost 2 years, and
mhm.
I feel really lucky that it's finally out in the world. So lots of exciting stuff.
And I'm so excited to like every time you release a new song, every time you release a new project, I follow you on Instagram. I was like, oh my God, it's finally happening. Mine is back. And I was like so excited time after time releasing releasing song. So congratulations, first of all, for the latest album of yours, Liminal Space. First time I heard the album, I was like, wow, Maya is so changing and grew so much. Did you feel the same though?
I did. I mean, it's so, I think, exciting to listen to a record where I
Mm,
feel so proud of every single song and also feel so like grown up, I think, too, across the board
mm,
and on a lot
mm,
of these tracks. But yeah, I definitely feel like I've grown into who I am a lot more, and that feels like
mm,
it shows in the music.
So liminal space is often like described as transitional areas that can be physiological, or physiological.
You got it. Yeah, yeah.
And it is often a place of uncertainty and discomfort, but can also essentials for personal growth and resilience. I mean, is that what comes to your mind when choosing the title of the album though?
Yes, definitely. I think so much of that is true across the board for a lot of these songs of just being about major transitions in my
Mm,
life and
mm.
conversations with other people. So, yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it for sure.
So why chose liminal space? Do you feel like you outgrow yourself or something like that?
I think so. Like it was the last 2 years of my life have had a lot
Mm,
of conversations where I wasn't really sure what to do. And so
mm,
I felt maybe like I'm floating in kind of the unknown of what would come
Mm,
next. And so
yeah.
liminal space felt like the perfect way to describe exactly what that process has been like. And
Mm,
yeah, I couldn't think of a better way to tie it all up in like a little bow other than to
yeah.
call the whole album Liminal Space.
Because you in this album in particular, you really like questioning things, and you came up with something like you really what is it like, describe your heart, and you're
Mhm.
screaming about your what is it like, your feelings and stuff. It's kind of like refreshing, if I must say, because there's a lot of story that you can tell throughout the album, right?
Mhm. Yeah, it's definitely like you can do so many different things in an
Mm,
album, and I think it's been so nice to feel like every song deals with something different that I was thinking about over the last couple years.
mm,
But they all still feel kind of connected, just in the way that I am talking about certain topics,
yeah.
and not really knowing exactly what comes next, I think is a common theme throughout all of them. But they do feel like they are standalones too, which is really
Mm.
nice. Mhm.
hmm The song that really close to my heart when I heard the album is the song titled God, because
Mm.
that's what relates to me the most about the
Mhm.
story that you brought to that song. But for you, for Maya, what is the song that close to your heart on this album?
That's the one that I'm definitely really attached to, but I think the one that I feel most connected to is Now's Not the Time. Yeah.
Ooh, why is that?
It's about my mom. It's about my relationship with
Oh,
her, and
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think so many of the songs on the record are about my relationship with family, but that one
Mm,
in particular, I think is about how complicated it can kind of be sometimes
yeah,
to have the mother and daughter relationship. And
yeah.
my mom and I are very close, but it still doesn't mean that we are, not going to have hard parts of our relationship and hard
hmm
conversations. So that song really means a lot to me, and it's also her favorite song, so it's really special. Yeah.
Oh, that is so sweet, Maya. So so you already released so many songs up until now, right? Is
Mhm.
it get easier to write a song now compared to then?
Ooh, I think it's easier and it's harder. It's like easier, I think, in the ability to find collaborators, but it's also
Mm,
hard to get back to the place I think I was when I was writing music in the first place of
yeah.
it's important to write music just for yourself. And I think there was maybe
Mm,
moments in time over the last few years where I was so aware that other people were going to be listening to the songs that I was writing that I
mm,
wasn't writing as honestly as I could have. And so
yeah.
with this record, it was really important for me to get back in touch with just writing for me and not for
Mm,
anybody else. But yeah, I think it's been harder and it's been easier, and maybe now I'm in a
mm.
place where it feels easier.
I don't know if you feel like afraid or something like that for the people to know your story, because like you wrote a lot about yourself, and like you speaking your feeling right now, right?
Mhm.
But do you still like have like a gut feeling or something like afraid or something like that, that people gotta judge you because of what you wrote on the songs?
Yeah, I mean, I think as any person would feel, sometimes it's really scary to put your most
Mm,
vulnerable feelings out into the world and wonder if people will like them. But
mm,
I think it's important to, I really was so conscious of trying to make songs that felt so important to me that it wouldn't matter what other people thought of
yeah.
them when they listened to them. But I also think that when you are so honest and when you are talking about your truth, that will resonate with people, and people will, relate to that regardless. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a win-win when you're honest. I think other people recognize that.
That is true. That is true. That because of the honesty of the songwriting or the musician, a lot of people can relate to that song in particular, right?
Yeah, totally. If you're truthful, I think other people have an easier time understanding it. Yeah.
That is so true. So Maya, I want to know your opinion though. In the music industry these days, people tend to enjoy parts of the song because of the TikTok
Mhm.
trend and stuff, right? And often willing to hear the whole song, let alone the whole EP or album. What do you think about this?
I think it can be really frustrating to feel like people don't give,
Mm,
projects a fair shot because they're only hearing a
yeah.
snippet. But I also understand like audiences are listening to maybe more music than they've ever listened to before just because of like
hmm
watching TikTok or whatever it may be,
Yeah.
or just listening to so much. And it can be kind of, weird to go back to an album and be like, I'm gonna press play on a full-length project and listen to it
Yeah.
from the beginning to the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
But I don't think that I try not to let that deter me or stop me from making
Mm,
songs that feel like I'm making them so people can listen to them in the entirety
Mm,
of it.
mm,
But yeah, it can be really discouraging, but I think it's also exciting because if people do catch a snippet of a song that they like, then maybe they've never heard my music before, but maybe that will
yeah,
convince them to go listen to the full thing. So there's
yeah.
pros and cons to both.
Yeah, so there's a chance that when they heard your song for the first time, they will eventually listen to your music through other digital streaming platform, right?
Yeah, totally.
But because of this trend, in the music industry these days, why did you choose to keep releasing an album though, Maya?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the story I wanted to tell wasn't gonna fit in like 5 songs, and I wanted to make
Mm,
sure that I had room. And I mean, I even made like maybe over 30 songs when I was working on this record before we figured out which 12 were gonna be on to the album.
mm-hmm,
So it just gave me a lot more space to talk about various things and not feel rushed to get to a certain
mm,
point. Mhm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So Maya, my last question will be like, you are about to go on tour on February 2025, and it's still around North America, I'm pretty sure. So I say there's still hope for an Southeast Asia tour, right?
I want to so badly. I was literally like thinking about it earlier today. I was like, why have I not toured in Asia yet? Like I really want to.
Oh,
So I want to make it happen. I just hope that people I work with also believe that it can happen.
please,
So
please,
we
please,
will
please.
see. We'll see.
Please, 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 and say to them that Dinda Yuwono from Creativedisc will bring Maya his
Banana bread.
banana bread. It will
Yeah.
convince them
It
to
will.
book a
Yeah.
ticket for you and do a show in Indonesia.
I love it.
So Maya, my last question will be: is there any message to your Indonesian fans? Since I don't know if you knew this or not, your top listeners with almost 95,000 in Jakarta.
I
Any
know. I
message to
can't
them?
believe it. I mean, I'm so grateful. Like, and I'm so sorry that I haven't been to Indonesia yet. So I know I really want it to happen. I really hope that I can make it happen, whether it's with a festival or doing a headline show. I would be so happy to just come for the first time, and like see such a beautiful country and beautiful city. So, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I will get to come for the first time maybe next year and hopefully in the near future if that's not possible. But just thank you to everyone that continues to listen to me, even though I haven't been able to visit yet. I hope that's in the cards soon. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Maya. And I really hope that we can meet and you have a show in Indonesia and you have a great time in Indonesia as well. And I hope everything goes well on the preparation of the tour. I believe that you are really busy right now preparing the tour, right?
Yeah, definitely in the busiest part of my year.
Maya, thank you so much for your time. It's been a
Thank you
pleasure
for
to
having
talk to
me
you
again.
again after 4 years. I hope that it will not be the last time I've talked to you.
I'll try and make sure that it's not 4 years until the next time. Yeah.
All right, City Bestie, that's our interview with Maya, aka MXMTOON. Stay tuned for more this exclusive video interview with a lot of your favorite musicians.